In accordance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition Part 19. If you like what you see, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to stay notified. Let's get into it. Last we left off, we started up Isabel's loyalty mission. It's basically her companion quest, but I'm calling it a loyalty mission because of Mass Effect. Anyway, we entered DECCON 2056, and we're attempting to locate Rhombus, her target that we're trying to find. And we also learned a little bit more about con going right now, at least in here. So here's the VIP entrance. Let's go. The perfect persona kiosk flickers to life at your approach. A debug menu pops onto the screen, along with a text prompt in all caps. Sang-Jean, enter the following key code into this kiosk. That's a big key code. Alright. You tap the code on the kiosk's keyboard. A moment later, a series of 5 loud popping sounds rattles off in your commix earpiece. Isabel's voice fills your ear, crisper and cleaner than it was before. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Sang-Jean? Yeah, I hear you. What was that? Command line code for the kiosk to connect with your commlink via direct link. A hint of smugness creeps into her voice. This way we can bypass using a comm signal entirely. Clever. I know. As long as you remain within a couple of feet at the kiosk, we shouldn't have any problems. Wander too far outside of that range and you're gonna get SAG again. Got it? Alright. Now that we're all linked up, give me a second and I'll locate Rhombus. You hear the sound of rattling keystrokes coupled with Isabel muttering under her breath. The line falls silent. The silence stretches. 10 seconds, 20, then you hear Isabel explode. What the hell? He already has one? How the dreck does Rhombus merit a VIP pass when I don't? Wait, he's already in the VIP area? She rails into your earpiece, fuming. I'm twice the digger that he is, and everybody knows it. What makes him a VIP when I'm not? Maybe he has friends in high places. Isabel takes a moment to calm herself. You can almost feel the heat of her anger radiating through your earpiece. Alright, I know which room he's staying in right now. Another strange silence. I just need a few minutes to get you your VIP upgrade. The line goes dead. Well, my friend, what to do now? Shall we? A series of clicks erupts in your ear, cutting Ractor's sentence short. Your PDA begins blinking. You receive a video chat request. Answer. Oh, crap. Isabel blossoms onto the screen along with a pair of towering security guards. The line that connected her to the admin terminal hangs loose from its socket. I'm gonna ask you again. What the hell are you doing here? Take your time and make sure that you're telling me the truth. I'll know if you don't. Isabel stammers helplessly. Well, I was looking for the person who ordered this coffee. What? Were you looking for him in the Matrix? Besides, you don't have any coffee, so try again. She continues to sputter, her eyes dart toward the screen fixing on you. You can see the desperation on her face. Well, I need to, Alright, Isabel, listen up. Say what I say and you'll be fine. Say okay if you understand. Okay. Last chance. Start talking sense or spend the night with the HKPF. My coworker sent me in here as a prank. I feel like such a fool. My coworker sent me in here as a prank. The words sound rehearsed, but they're tingled with enough genuine panic to be plausible. I feel dumb. The guard glances at his counterpart. You don't have time for this. Just kick her out and be done with it. The guard in front of Isabel straightens. Yeah, you're probably right. She looks down on Isabel, hands on her hips. Oh, she. I'm gonna let you go with a warning this time, but only this once. If I catch you anywhere near this room again, I'm turning you over to the police, got it? But You're getting all out of this easy, Isabel. Just go along with it. She clenches her jaw, looks up at the guard. Yes, sir. Good call. The line goes quiet as she moves out of the server room. Great. Now we play as Isabel for once. What a damn nightmare this turned out to be. I'm sorry, Saint-Jean, but I couldn't get you your VIP access. You got Rhombus' room number, right? Yeah, I got it. I can take you right there. There's only one problem. Without VIP access, you can't open the door without sounding an alarm. The picture on your PDA flickers worryingly. A moment later, Isabel's image returns to the screen. And let you through from this side. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'll make my way down to you and open the door. I lost a bit of that. Are we having communication problems again? Maybe. A bit. I'm still using the kiosk to talk to you, but now that I'm not jacked in, I can't reroute messages to it directly anymore. Please stay put. If you lose the kiosk, we're gonna have serious communications issues. Got it. Oh, and I may need your help if I run into more people up here, Saint-Jean. In case you hadn't guessed, I'm not exactly a social butterfly, and if things go loud, I'll really need your help. Okay, I got your back. Let's do this. Let's go clear out the server. Let's go clear out the server room. Well, this has officially gone from bad to worse. Switch computer. So what have I been doing this week? Not a whole lot. Isabel takes a quick glance at the terminal. I'll be damned. It's logged into an admin inbox and somebody left it unlocked. I can't open the door for you here, but we can read the messages if you want. Do it. Isabel turns the camera in her PDA to face the screen of the terminal. Amber text on a stark black background swings into focus. HR Serve Hotel Messaging Service version 2.0. Ghost in the machine. Leave it unplugged. It came back. Damage control. First message. Open the first message. Ho Pang, Nancy, to admin Wing Sui. Look, I'm gonna come around and say it. The security guys are right. There's something horribly wrong with that noodle extruder. I ran a diagnostic on it this afternoon. I was halfway through recalibrating the broth nozzles when that dang thing started humming. And sure enough, it started churning out steaming hot Juxing noodles, just dumping them in the palms of my hands. You don't even want to see the blisters I'm sporting right now. Ugh. Now here's the freaky thing. The dough hopper was empty. I unloaded it myself prior to the beginning of the diagnostic. I want to repeat that. It was producing dough out of thin air. That machine is haunted. You want my advice? You'll get rid of it before the show. Huh? Isabel blinks, nonplussed. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting this message to be, but that wasn't it. You want me to keep going? Second message, please. Well, Wing Sui, Deckcon all. The noodle extruder in the food court area is out of order and should be left unplugged until further notice. Under no circumstances should any hotel or Deckcon employee tamper with this device. Maintenance is looking into it. Again, do not plug in the extruder. Severe disciplinary action will be taken against any employee caught disobeying these instructions. By Wing. Alright. Want to open in our message? Third. Okay, from Hopang again. Okay, I'm getting seriously creeped out over here. The damn noodle extruder is back, Sui. I can't explain it. We boxed the thing up yesterday and sent it to the manufacturer. It wasn't here 5 minutes ago, but now we've opened the doors and the show is underway. I'm strolling through the food court and there it is, just sitting there, with a line already forming. What the hell do we do? You and I both know that it doesn't have any dough in it. There's no seasoning in the spice reservoir. We don't have it hooked up to the hotel's water supply. The fucking thing isn't even plugged in. Where are the noodles coming from? What do we do? Oh, Pang, Nancy. What do you want me to do, Saint-Jean? Open up the last message. From Wing. It's too late, Nancy. At least a dozen people have already eaten from the thing. We can't shut it down now, and we sure as hell can't let anybody know about it. If people were to get sick, the show could be held liable. Look, if it's any consolation, I've been pouring through the logs of old shows to see if anyone has mentioned the noodle extruder, and I found something. This exact conversation. 14 years in a row. I don't know what's happening with this machine. I don't know where it came from, or how, or why, but it's a part of DECCON. Nobody can get rid of it. Nobody knows how it works, it just does, and people keep coming back to visit it. I think this is a blessing in disguise. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Just don't question it and everything will be okay. I don't even know what to say about this. What do you want me to do? I've seen enough. Get out of here and get us through the door. She steps away from the terminal. Okay, I'm on it. So, a haunted noodle extruder. Great. That's not terrifying at all. It sounds less like a noodle extruder and more like a freaking SCP. Admittedly, that sounds kind of kick-ass. Info about the conference room schedule. Tells you about a high-level exec in conference room 3 on the bottom floor. Ooh. Neat. In here? Go for supplies. Yes! We need a mech kit anyway. And here's the door. Isabel's outline goes fuzzy the moment she sets foot in the elevator. A loud rhythmic whooshing sound dominates the low end of your PDA speakers. It sounds a bit like the rotors of a helicopter. Heads up, Isabel, we're getting a lot of interference here. An elf in his mid-20s steps aside to let Isabel at the floor selector panel. He looks wired, jittery, stimmed up to the gills most likely. There's no telling how long it's been since he's gone a week of sleep. Isabel punches the button for the ground floor. Working the show, huh? That has to be hard. The elf smiles down on Isabel, his expression affable. I feel tempted to blow off work and go check out the kiosk. Maybe take a panel or two. Yeah, it's a tough, alright. I wish I could just drop everything and explore. She starts in repeating her words with forced sincerity. It's tough, alright. I wish I could just drop... She falls silent. You can see her staring at the man's VIP badge. Isabel, what's wrong? Her eyes remain locked on the man's badge. Kian Ding, huh? That's an interesting street name. Been decking under it long? A couple of years now, he smiles. Longer than anyone else to use the handle. Just smile and nod, Isabel. You're trying to go unnoticed, remember? If she heard you, she doesn't acknowledge it. I know who you are. You're the one who shut down the Kulong City power grid 6 months ago. He goes his throat. Yeah, that was me. Let's just keep that between ourselves though, alright? That little stunt screwed over a lot of local deckers. Voice is soft, but you can detect a definite undertone of hostility. A couple of them soaked up nasty hits of dump shock because of it. You wrecked the grid while they were jacked into their home machines. My team was in a bind. They needed a power outage right then and there, or they were cooked, so I gave them one. It was the best solution to a bad situation. Let's just leave it at that. An icy silence descends on the elevator car. A few seconds later, Isabel pierces it. There was this Decker. She lived out in Haoi, called herself Spinster. She was a good person. Now she's in the ground. She never came back out of the coma that your stunt put her into. Another long pause. Slowly, Deck extends his hand toward the emergency brake. Snap out of it is. We aren't here for this guy, and we can't afford to start shooting yet. She balls her hands into her fists. You can read the tension in her body language. She's biting her tongue. At least that's what I heard. I'm just a caterer. I'm not a Decker myself. He stares down at Isabel. The smile has vanished from his face. Yeah, you sure not? Sure you're not. Come to get me, haven't you? Take revenge for your friend? Did the people put out a contract on me? Is that it? Say, I'm not a Decker, honest. I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time lurking on Shadowrun BBS. I'm not a Decker. I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time... Abruptly, the connection goes to static. Oh. Hey, D. Is my microphone coming in? Because the last time I did a video, it was a lot more staticky. Please, Isabel, don't do anything stupid right now. The static pops and hisses for 10 seconds, 20. Finally, the picture warbles back into view. Kian Ding is in mid-sentence, practically frothing with rage. Did what I had to do. If you were in my position, you'd have done the same if you had gotten them killed. He's shouting. The sound of it reverberates in the cramped confines of the elevator car. There was no third way out of that scenario. Okay, it's not coming in too staticky. Like, there's not like a background noise or anything. I've only been doing this for 15 minutes. Crap. Isabel starts to respond. The anger is clear in her tone. I would not have... Isabel, stop! Listen to me. She stopped short. What? You're crazy. An insane person. When I get out of this elevator, I'm going to the hotel security office. Okay. Apologize to him and sound like you mean it. That's how the only way we're getting out of this right now. You hear the dull, grating sound of grinding teeth. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just get upset sometimes. Damn right I'm offended. You came at me like a crazy Static. The comms are cut out again. Okay, this is getting freaking old. As quickly as it went, the picture flickers back onto your PDA screen. Hyundin looks calmer now. The elevator is descending. Remember what we discussed. You keep your cool and this turns out well for the both of us. You live and let live. Understood? Yes, I didn't want any trouble from you in the first place. I just got that it was all a misunderstanding. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'll be happy if this is the last time I ever see you. The feeling's mutual. The car finally slides to a halt, and the elevator's doors slide open. The other decker doesn't get off. Enjoy the rest of the show. Gotta move on, Isabel. That was close. Oh crap. The hallway ahead is blocked by a trio of struggling bodies. A blackout drunk troll hangs slung between a pair of cursing security guards, one male and one female. As you watch, they struggle valiantly to drag her down the hallway. Yeah, sorry about the static. I have no control over my headset. I kinda wish I did. The troll's voice comes out in an inebriated roar. Unhand me, you foolish! The older of the two guards, a middle-aged man with a pompadour haircut, struggles with all his might to keep his prisoner filling arm constrained. Don't let her go, Hoyi! She has the strength of 10 men! Yes, sir! You recognize her as the guard who was standing by the employee entrance on this show floor. How she got roped into troll hauling duty is anyone's guess. The security captain locks eyes with Isabel. He barks out an order. Clear the hall! Say nothing. With an exaggerated motion, the troll swings her head towards Isabel. You, dwarf girl, help me, Deesh! She hiccups mildly. The sound reverberates in your ears. These Drekesh want me to leave because I'm a troll. What's happening here? None of your business. You're not even hotel staff. You shouldn't even be back here at all. He hooks the troll's left arm to his chest with all of his strength, desperately trying to weigh her down. She lifts his feet a few inches off of the floor, then slams him back down. He lets out an audible whimper. Now clear the way and report to your manager. Quit biting me, damn it, before I take you to him for you. The former door guard stares at Isabel. Recognition dawns on her face. Hey, I remember you. You said that you had to meet with some caterers up on 6. What are you doing down here? Tell her, sorry, I had to get more fuel canisters for the chafing dishes. We were told that you had some here. We need more fuel for the chafing dishes. The buffet's getting cold. There was supposed to be some here. Why would we keep supplies here? If anything, they should be in the kitchen. Look, I'm only doing what I'm told. My boss said to come here, so I did. Look, I'm only doing what I'm told. Her voice is firmer now, more confident. My boss said to come here, so I did. You want your asshole boss you do what your asshole boss tells you, don't you? She tilts her head toward the now violently hiccuping troll. Nice embellishment. The guard looks at her boss. The security captain strains courageously against his captive's flailing arm, oblivious to everything but his own struggle. Look, just hurry back to the kitchen and get out of here. Get out of our hair. She steps aside to let Isabel pass. Good job. There was a brief pause, then she mutters a response under her breath. The mic barely picks it up. This is exhausting. No more improvisation from me. I'm done with this. But now I'm your parrot. Just tell me what to say and I'll say exactly that. Alright, sure. I'll do the heavy lifting then, I guess. let's go. So yeah, this week was mostly okay. Yesterday it was raining, so that's why I didn't stream. I was also kind of a little bit worried given the, well, weather at the time. Give this about a few minutes, it's saving, I think. Yep, I think it's saved. Yes! A dark-skinned man in expensive suit stands at the far end of the room. A cord tethers his day jack to the port on the hotel wall. His eyes are glazed over, dead to the world. Cool. He's jacked into the hotel's media library, probably enjoying some slick, professionally produced Simpson fantasy or something like that. He chuckles. He doesn't even know that I'm in the room. Might as well look around a bit then, but be quick. Well, the good thing you can get out there undetected. Yeah, sure, but there's something that I want to look at first. Make it quick. A cyberdeck sits on the table opposite Isabel. She rotates her PDA to give you a view. It's a custom job, pieced together from components pulled from a dozen other machines. Looks like a lot like the octopus, only smaller. The display has been pulled from a Fuji model designed for export into the UCAS with the chrome bezel and red LED accent lights. The keyboard is a mechanical relic. It's a mechanical relic with round, heavy keys that appear to have been salvaged from a typewriter. Judging by the Pashtu characters emblazoned on the keys, it's probably a Pakistani make. The case is heavily modified by Raku design. You see the components from at least a dozen other manufacturers jutting out of it. At least a dozen other elements jump out at you, each stranger than the last. A custom stamp on the case labels it as the property of the binary bard. Isabel stares at the monstrosity, her jaw hanging open. This might be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Grab it then, but hurry, you need to keep moving. Isabel grabs the cyberdeck with both hands and heaves. It doesn't budge. On the other side of the room, the decker jolts back to life. He turns to face Isabel, his motions strangely languid. Excuse me, that deck is mine. His tone is calm, conversational. It's also mag-locked to the surface of my deck, so now stop touching it, please, or I'll be forced to call security. I heard that you had the most impressive cyberdeck at the show. I had to see for myself. I heard that you had the most impressive cyberdeck at the show. I had to see for myself. That is true, I do. Doesn't give you the right to break into my room and fondle it, though. Now, you want to tell me what a caretaker cares about custom hardware? Yeah, I'm a caterer, but that's just a job. Decking is my life. Yeah, I'm a caterer, but that's just a job. She looks at the decker in the eye. Her voice grows deadly serious. Decking is my life. Alright, you love decking, sure. Everybody needs a hobby. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm giving you a choice. You tell me what you want, or you can back out of here, you can back out of here, or I can call security. Neither of us wants to do the number 3. She doesn't wait for a set response. Your deck. It's a beautiful piece of workmanship and I want it. Maybe I could buy it off of you? She's not for sale. Tell you what though, I could be convinced to let you crack the case open and take a look inside. He stifles a yawn. Maybe you could learn a thing or two. Alright, Isabel, thank the man, look at the box, and get the hell out of there. Hey man, thanks, really. I appreciate it. I always love looking at custom builds. No problem. There's a case release catch under the parallel port. Give her a once over, take notes if you want. When you're finished, be sure to close the door behind you. Well, that was nice. I really gotta do something about that camera. So yeah, other than, you know, not really streaming yesterday, mostly due to the rain, I've just been mostly alright. I did play a bit of Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, but there weren't that many people online. So, I have been playing Inquisitor Martyr since I got the Complete Edition, which doesn't include the Sisters of Battle, with the Sisters of Battle character, mind you. You'd think it would. An impressive-looking man in a starched white coat blocks the hallway. He turns and you recognize the familiar pastry, magic, and more insignia on his lapel. He fixes his gaze on Isabel and the expression on his face is anything but happy. What are you doing back here? We went over this in a staff meeting this morning. I'm the one who's covering this area. The VIPs are to be handled by managers only. You should be on the convention hall floor. I got turned around. These hotels all look the same to me. Looks like she was telling the truth after her encounter with the guards. She's repeating everything you say verbatim. Turn around. There are signs all over the place. His cheeks slowly begin to turn red. What are you doing wandering around back here at all? You should be in one of two places, the show floor or the kitchen, period. I must have missed the meeting. I didn't get those instructions. And you think that's an excuse? I don't even recognize... You become dimly aware of a figure looming behind you at the convention hall. You didn't read the instructions? You must be joking, man. You've been on that kiosk for 20 minutes now. Wait, excuse me, what? He leans in, gets in your face. You can taste the onions in his breath. I said it's time to get out the damn demo kiosk. You've been hogging it for way too long and there's a line here. Just give me 5 more minutes and it's all yours. What's all mine? What are you talking about? You ain't even one of our employees, are you? Do I need to get security? I said that's enough. I've been following the devs of the software for months now, and I traveled 17 hours just to try it out myself. Did you not get to tell me that I flew here for nothing? Get the hell off the kiosk or I'm calling security. Calm down. Let's talk about this. This doesn't... Be my guest. I work for this hotel's owner. The security team is going to take my word over yours. Oh yeah? What are you doing here exactly? He stands, hands on his hips, his jaw thrust out. Tell me why I have to wait on you. Be my guest. I work for this hotel's owner. The security team is going to take my word over yours. You work for the owner? So then you're not a pastry magic employee. He sounds skeptical. So then why are you wearing one of our uniforms? I'm here to gauge customer satisfaction with the show. We're trying to decide whether to host DECCON again in 57. Collecting candidate interviews with convention goers and subcontractors is part of that. Oh, hello, Bright Shadow. The Decker continues to stare, hands on his hips. Well, did I pass? I mean, did you get what you need from me? I really want to get my hands on that software, and I'm not leaving until I do, but I don't want my eagerness to get in the way of the show coming back next year. I'm here to gauge customer satisfaction with the show. We're trying to decide whether to host DECCON again in 57. She lowers her gaze at the catering manager. Collecting candidate interviews with convention owners and subcontractors is part of that. Wait, was that all that was? Some sort of weird interview? And I suppose that you were wearing one of our uniforms to throw me off balance, that kind of thing. To see if I'd make a scene. She nods. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't. Please make a note of that in your report. In the convention hall, the Decker that you were arguing with backs away to a respectable distance. The catering manager steps aside to let Isabel pass. I can't believe we just pulled that off. I should have gotten me out of that. I think if I got myself out of there, we could have actually just done better. Isabel cracks the case on the deck, lifting it high. She studies the innards of the device intently, her eyes flitting from connection to connection, from card to card. This is some genuinely impressive work. A few moments later, she snaps the case back shut. Thank you, Saint-Jean. In a day full of unpleasant surprises, this was a really nice one. Hey, that's great. Now hurry up. We still need to get Rhombus. Sweet. Okay. Let's go. That's got it. Let's go. This way to the suites. God, may I never do that again. Should have gotten the VIP thing first. Let's rock. So, what would be a respectable time for streaming? I mean, like, how many minutes should it be? Like, 30? 45? I mean, I've seen some of my videos get that are hour long, maybe 2 hours that get a decent amount of views, but other times it doesn't. So I'm like, is it short form or long form that is better? Sup, Rhombus? As you burst through the door, you find yourself standing face to face with a small, heavily tattooed man. Geometric shapes of all descriptions trace their way from his temples down to his cheeks and neck to his shoulders. His eyes continue the motif. Each of his irises is a slanted rectangle. Oh, that's Rhombus. That actually looks kind of sick. Rhombus looks at Isabel and sighs. If he's surprised to see her, he doesn't show it. You finally want him back, huh? The memories that we locked away? I always knew that you would one day, but you got so hostile after the procedure I didn't think you'd come around this soon. Isabel glowers at him, her cheeks darkening. Oh, get bet, Rhombus. I got hostile with you because you got hostile with me. Like hell I did. Well, this is gonna be a long one then. I tried to give you some advice as a friend. If memory serves, you called me a patronizing bastard and slagged my deck. What was it? Was I just supposed to take that without punching back? Hang on a sec. Isabel cuts in, her normally small voice growing raucous. I called you a patronizing bastard because that's what you were being. You wouldn't have taken that tone if I were a guy or an orc or a troll. You talked down to me like I was your little sister or something. Well, guess not. What? I'm not. Whoa, hold up. I talked that way to you because... She shouts over him, cutting him short. Also, punch back? That's a funny way of putting it. You tailored an ESP to troll all of my posts on Shadowrun. What kind of prick would do a thing like that? His face goes beet red and his chest puffs out. The kind whose cat you had killed, you little monster. Captain Whiskers was just a house cat. He didn't have anything to do with this. She rears back in indignation. That wasn't me. I would never hurt a cat. If I were going to have someone killed, it would have been you. Pipe down, both of you. We're going to hash this out together. Fair point. I mean, I have been doing 30 minutes videos. You're the muscle, I take it. You and your friend in his really impressive drone. Thank you. Crochet skulls forward menacingly, its claws weaving in the air. Raptor smiles. His voice goes up an octave as he points his trembling finger at Isabel. She, brought you along to beat information on me, didn't she? Beat isn't the word that I use. Crochet is better equipped for ripping and tearing. He gives the Wampoan an encouraging nod. Oh, he's Wampoan! I think Isabel actually mentioned that. A good thought, though. You have a firm grasp of the situation. Rhombus swallows. Hard. He opens his mouth to speak, but no words come out. His eyes are locked onto the drone that's slowly scaling toward him. Calm down. I'm not gonna beat you up unless you force me to. Isabel blinks up at you. But I want you to... I can't believe this is happening to me. All over me, trying to do you a favor. He shakes his head at Isabel. Now he's being trying to give a friend some advice, I guess. That's the second time you said that. This whole feud started over you trying to give Isabel advice? Yes, I don't even remember what we were talking about. I think, maybe I was telling her what kind of ram to pick up for her deck? Something like that? It was a long time ago. It wasn't what you said, Rhombus, it was how you said it. She stares up at him, fuming. And the argument was nothing. It was what you did after the argument that was unforgivable. Taking the moral high ground isn't going to work for you here. You attacked me first and for no reason. Okay, from what I'm getting here, you both hate each other, but you were friends, right? Once, I guess. You guess? You let me perform amateur brain surgery on you. Hell, you begged me to. We were friends, Isabel. Good friends. Then you went and messed it all up. Amateur brain surgery? Please explain what that means. What the hell has this been about? My memories, the ones about my childhood, the ones that I lost, they aren't gone. They're in headwear storage, locked behind an encryption key. I've got them, but I can't see them without it. That was your idea, keeping them, I mean. You told me to hold on to the key for you just in case you ever needed them back. I know, Rhombus, but after everything that happened, I just couldn't ask you to. You want the encryption key for the memories that we locked away? It's yours. I don't envy you the pain that you'll feel when you unlock them, but they belong to you. He hands a series of buttons. He keys a series of buttons on his PDA. Isabel PDA's buttons a moment later. There. Check your inbox. You got the key. Do with it what you will. I was holding on to it for you anyway. Wow. Isabel blinks confusingly. But I thought that we were enemies now. We were. But there was no reason for us to be. Just take the key and go. Have a nice life. He waves her off. Looks exhausted. Say nothing. Isabel stares at Rhombus, a neutral expression on her face. Finally, she speaks up. I'm sorry, Rhombus. I don't know how things got as bad as they did, but... Sorry. Her voice goes solemn. I'm gonna find out what happened to Captain Whiskers. I promise you that. That'd be nice of you, Is. I appreciate it. Almost bashfully, his gaze flits to the ground. He looks away, and the color surges to his cheeks. Oh, and Is, I've got something of an admission to make. She rolls her eyes. Look, I get it, Rom. You always liked me. I hate to break it to you, but that was never that big of a secret. And I know that's why you... His eyes go wide. He raises his hands, palms out, and shakes his head. What? No, Is. No, that's not at all. I mean, you're a nice girl and all, but just... No. Color flushes to her cheeks. But then what? My panic button. He flips his sleeve inside out, and you can see a blinking red LED embedded on the fabric. I tripped it when you broke in. The cops are on their way, but... Wait, don't freak out. I'll call them off for you. Oh. She shuffles to her feet. Looks away. Thanks. Hey, what are friends for? You just wait here. I'll go meet with them in the hall and draw them to another room. Shouldn't take 2 seconds. Oh, and it's nice catching up with you. Good luck with the whole memory thing. You're gonna need it. She nods mutely. Rhombus takes off on a run, then disappears down the hall. Hello? Security? I had to... And he's gone. We're in position and we secured the target. Wait for it. Well, it was a good thing that we patched things up with those two. They definitely need it. Let's go back to Haoi. We gotta go talk to Isabel about this anyway. So in case if you didn't know, I did not actually reboot my Wi-Fi this week. Since yesterday I didn't really go out, do any streams. I have a decent connection. Hopefully it's okay. The bus trip back to Kai Tak is quieter than the ride it was. Your fellow passengers sit crumbled in their seats, barely moving, barely speaking. Their DECCON 2056 t-shirts hang loose on their frames, and their once cherished guest badges have been crumbled into their pockets. You see more lively groups on their way to the morgue. Isabel looks up at you, her eyes full of the same post-con fatigue that you see in everyone else's eyes. She gives you a soft smile and taps her temple with a fingernail. You've got what you came for. The show is over. It's time to go home. All in all, that was a pretty good mission. We didn't go loud. We basically went and got some stuff. Basically went and took out some, and got Isabel her memory back. Your comlink chirps. It's Conley Cheng. Yes, ma'am? Come to the Mahjong parlor, my darling. I have something I want to show you. Your crew is already here. I'll be there right away. Very good, my sweet. Very good. I'll see you shortly. Yep. I'm gonna call it here for today because I got a weird feeling that next time we're gonna stream is gonna be intense. Well, I'm Dragon King Mark, and next time we're gonna go and talk to Isabel, maybe talk to everyone else, see how everyone's doing, and hopefully also see what Conley Cheng's got. $10. It's about the plastic-faced man, and maybe more about news about Raymond. Anyway, if you like what you all saw, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified, and I'll see all of you next time. Laters. I hope the stream processes.